Welcome to Siding Institute. In our today's tutorial, we're going to do question 6. This is Chemistry 1-1, tutorial sheet 1. For each of the following, these are the diagram I've been given. Write the scale reading, then the number of significant figures in the reading. I also asked to write the certain measurements and estimate the uncertainty. Hence, state the correct significant figures for the measurements, for the measures correct reading. Alright, so the first thing you need to do now is to understand what is uncertainty means. Okay, so for every measurement, we know that not all measurements are true. We cannot make a very accurate measurement which is just very closer to the true measurement. There must be some errors, and that kind of an error is what we are calling to be uncertainty. Understand what uncertainty means. This is just an error in measurement. Okay, so what we need to know now, we have been asked to write the scale reading. It is our first thing. So for our the scale reading, it is just the exact reading which is shown on the instrument. So this measurement instrument is showing, as you can see, the arrow is not at 9 exactly. It is before 9, so we can say this to be 8.9. okay, this is going to be 8.9. all right, now that we have 8.9, we've just answered this question. We've just answered the scale reading. Okay, the other question we need to know is to write the certain measurement. Okay, these certain measurements are what are the measurements which you have been given here. You can say that 6 to 7. Okay, these are the measurements which are on the rule, which is not even necessary to this question. An important question here is to estimate the uncertainty, also to do what? To write the number of significant figures. These are some of the things you need to include in your solution so that you may be awarded with 4 marks. So this is actually the number. Uncertainty, we are going to talk about this. This mark is between it. We have remained with how many to reach 9. Okay, so we're supposed to have the arrow to be on 9.0, but we find that our arrow there is at 80.9. That means to say we are going to have uncertainty. We are going to subtract the 2. We are going to have 0.1. Okay, now we know that adding this, we are going to have positive or minus 0.1. okay, because we know that we can add 0.1 to 8.9 and we can have 9, or we can also subtract 0.1 to 8.9. So what they just mean is this: the arrow is here. Let me show you guys, and the arrow is here, our point is here. So what we need a small value which we can move to this side. We also move to this side. Okay, we also move to this side so that it may make sense to have this number, and this number is actually 0.1. Since we are moving to the left where there is negative number, and we are also moving to the positive, to mean we are going to add. That's why we are having positive or minus. So our answer is going out to be, to show the uncertainty, we are going to say 8.9 positive or minus 0.1. Now our significant figures. Now we have our significant figures. We have how many significant do we have here? We only have 2. So you can say 2 significant figures. Very simple. What about our question B? Question B, you can say that this is just one and the same, but the difference is that here we have been shown the divisions. Okay, we have been given the divisions here. You can see those small marks which have been given here. Okay, these are what we are calling the division. So this means to say that this one is going to be somehow accurate because we have got the exact the exact measurement which have been with the exact reading. Now let's look about this. This arrow is not at 9 and at the same time it's not at 80.9. It is in between. We have limits. It is like this. Let me try to increase the what. I'm told to say that this arrow is between 8.9 and 9. Okay, it is between here. So this is actually 8.95. Okay, it is at 8.95. This is where the arrow is. Okay, this is where the arrow is. Now that you know where the arrow is, what are you going to do next is to subtract these two numbers. Okay, subtracting 8.95 from 9, because it's supposed to be at 9. Okay, or we are going to say, this is what I'm actually saying, guys. You are going to say 8.9. Okay, 8.9 minus 8.95. Okay, here we're going to have negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. What about 9? Because we are using now, this is where the arrow is between these two numbers. Now we're going to say 9 minus where the arrow actually is. Okay, it is at 8.95. And subtracting the two, we're going now to have positive what? 0.5. And this even make more sense to say that now our uncertainty is going to be positive or minus 0.5 here. This is how you go about this. Okay, so this is the uncertainty, and our value is going to be now to be 9. Since we are using the division of 1, okay, of division 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, we're not going out to write 8.95, okay, we're going to have 8.9, like the same one we used in the first place. So our answer is going out to be 8.90, positive or minus what? 0.5. Why 0 instead of 8.9? Because of this, okay? Because of 8.95, it has got 3 significant figures. So this is the uncertainty. We have shown the uncertainty part. We have also shown the answer which have been given. The exact measurement is 8.9. We are using 8.90. Then the significant figures we can count. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 significant figures. This is how now simple you answer this kind of a question. So this is the end of our today's tutorial. If you find the video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. You like the video, also like the notification button so that you may not miss out on your videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.